Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day and Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you have a safe and just an amazing Christmas. I hope Santa was good to you and brought you all kinds of wonderful cruise gifts and just had a great day. Friends and family, that's the most important thing. Hope you had an amazing day, but we do have some news in the cruising industry. They're not the greatest news stories to have on a Christmas day, but I thought it's again important to bring some of these things up. We're going to talk about the Panama Canal and the effect that the low water level could be having right now on not only the tanker ships that are out there, but our cruise ships as well, traversing the Panama Canal. We also have a story of a couple of cruise passengers who were run over walking around in St. Lucia, as well as a very sad story of a man going missing on the Royal Caribbean's Vision of the Sea overboard on Christmas Eve. So our first story, let's talk about the low water level right now. It is very unusual in that area of the world to have low rainfall, but that's exactly what's happening right now with the Panama Canal. And they are limiting some ships that are going through the Panama Canal, both industrial, military, and recreational ships. So far, a lot of it has not affected the cruising industry. However, if the water level remains low, that could change, and some cruise lines may be forced to have alternatives, especially the cruise lines that have cruise ships that are going back and forth through the Panama Canal. It will be, they would prioritize the cruise ships that are going from one side to the other to stay there. For instance, if they were moving from a Caribbean destination going to start servicing Alaska when Alaska opens up, or Hawaii, well, they want to make sure those ships can get through the Panama Canal more than cruises just going back and forth between, say, LA and Miami. So keep an eye on that. If you're on one of those cruises that are going back and forth, I think those would be the cruise ships that will be the first ones to be affected if it starts affecting our cruises. Next, we had two passengers that were in the popular Rodney Bay Strip in St. Lucia. They have a beach area, they have a big shopping plaza there, and it's pretty well, the shopping area and the street areas are pretty well spacious. They have big sidewalks, there's crosswalks, there's lights and things like that. But unfortunately, two passengers were struck by what witnesses are saying was a blue, small Honda car. And the good news is for them that it's not life-threatening injuries, but they were banged up quite a bit. And of course, the car didn't stop. The car kept going. Now, we don't know, were they crossing at a crosswalk, were they at a light and the car ran the light, or what the whole incident was. In a lot of these countries, a lot of the driving, they don't have insurance, they don't even have licenses sometimes. They just drive and take their chances. So again, this is one of those reasons that trip insurance and travel insurance for this kind of injury is a must when you're on vacation, right? Because it's not necessarily the things that you might do, it's the things that somebody around you might do. And in this case, like I said, the good news is the injuries weren't life-threatening, but boy, you could see the cuts and the bruises and the blood on the picture. And it's a good thing that because it could have been much worse than this. Much, much worse than this. And you're on vacation, and then you get hit like this. Again, we don't know the story behind it. Was it a hit and run? Yeah, well, it was a hit and run, but was it, were they at fault for walking out from between cars? Was they walking at a crosswalk on a light and somebody ran it? We don't know the situation yet. but the police in St. Lucia are investigating, and there are cameras on those streets, so they might be able to track down and see exactly what happened. Next, we have another bad story for Christmas Eve, where a man on a cruise leaving out of Baltimore, about 41 years old, went overboard on the Vision of the Seas. It was about 125 miles off the coast of South Carolina, and the ship immediately stopped. They put out the spotlights looking for the person in the water. They launched an searching the area. They called in the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard are searching the area. The ship has since been released so far from that to continue on its way now that the Coast Guard is in the area doing the search. And no word yet on whether or not or how long the search will continue. Remember, the person actually went overboard late on the 23rd, and the Coast Guard started searching early 2024 on Christmas Eve when they got the call. So it's the 25th now, still no word on finding the gentleman. We can only hope that perhaps we can hear a Christmas miracle and somebody found him, whether it's another vessel of some kind, tanker, trawler, fishing vessel. You never know, it could happen. But yeah, Christmas Eve on your vacation and one of your loved ones goes overboard, that can be absolutely devastating to the family, and condolences go out to the family and friends that are on board. They haven't released any names or reasons or causes for going over, because of respect for the family that was still on the ship at this time and being treated and consoled by the staff on board. They have people on board specifically for this sort of incident, if it happens, counselors and things like that. And again, not terrific stories. Hey, you might not get your Christmas gift because there's no ships going through the Panama Canal. You might have got run over in St. Lucia and a passenger goes overboard. All we can do is hope that, the best outcome of these bad situations possibly happen. But in the meantime, I want everybody out there to please have a great Christmas today. Stay safe. Stay happy, spend times with your friends and family, because you never know, life can change in a minute. And it's these times a year and those times when you're with your family that you'll remember the most fondly whenever anything bad does happen. Merry Christmas, everybody. And until next time, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.